Oh, this time it's just working? No, it's not. Oh, it is. Oh, wow. Weird. I'm not even going to question that. Every other time I've done this, it's never worked. Very weird. Very weird. Okay. While that is happening. Oh! Hello. Howdy. I'm the art man. Yes, me. A guy who looks like he doesn't know anything about art, but it's me. Trust me, art guy. It's me. Now let me just share this around on other social platform medias, and then we'll get started. But in the meantime, you can learn. Oh, it's you! I hate you! You're not my favorite man. Hey, Dr. Squiggles, what's up? Got me excited. It was someone else, and now I'm sad. I'm gonna cry now. Here I thought I was making an impression on brand new viewers, and this is what I get. I get this. Fascinating, sad. The things that make me want to cry, but other than that, hello, here I am. Why does it say the stream scheduled for October 3rd? Wait, it is October 3rd. I thought it was October 5th. What the hell? Oh, I guess I'm 2 days ahead. Well, other than that, we're going to... Uh-oh. You hit another button. We're about to start this thing. Ask questions. Alright. Put that there. Gotta go to my other Twitter account. Put shut up, Twitter. I don't care. I don't care what you say. I don't know what's going on over there. There's just porn happening. That is disgusting. Thank you, Twitter. Come and ask me questions about sex. Sex is an art, I'll have you know. If sex was never art, then porn would never be good. But that's debatable. Either way, stream is now here. Everything about art, what you want to learn, what you want to know. If you have nothing to learn or know, then why are you here? Do you have just too much knowledge? Is your brain about to burst to its maximum capacity? If so, then I suggest you leave and check it and ask your local doctor, because exploding brains is the last thing we need happening on this world. And that's not good for anyone. But other than that, yes. Art. I was wondering, like, what's missing here? I know what's missing. I was wondering so much. I feel like there's something missing from this darn stream. I know exactly what it is. It's the music. So give me one little minute. It's gonna be really loud in my ears for no apparent reason. Ow, my ear. Okay. And that's happening. Switch this around. And I think that probably broke. Nope. It's all good. There we go. Music in the stream. Music is my dream. So we now have that. Music is a plan. Now everything's going according to plan. Thank you so much, Deshay, for supporting me. Let's get what does that even mean? Let's get bussin'. You might as well just screamed out sus at this point. Sus, he's not saying anything. He's not letting me learn. He's failing me. This art man is making me fail as we speak. He's got nothing creative to say. Except sus. I think what I'm going to do for an art stream today. I was talking about my brother. I think it'll be kind of interesting. It's a project that needs to be done. There's a game that exists. You know what? I'll play it for half a minute to get you guys the idea. It is Buck Up and Drive. It is a very good game. And why is my camera like that? Okay, that just completely broke. But why? Now it's fixed. Change that to Buck Up and Drive. Alright, it broke again. Gosh dang it. Don't I love streaming. Huh? No, why is he opening up that window? No, not that one. That one. Ah. There we go. Now that's too big. And that broke everything on my... Oh, it's breaking everything. Got... What is being displayed that's breaking this? There's something I'm not seeing that's... Ah! It's trying to read Elgato. I was like, what is it trying to do? I absolutely see. So Buck Up and Drive, it is a cute little indie game. It's representing the old school style games of... This is Mogus, thank you. This is Mogus. So Buck Up and Drive is representing the old school type of game of Outrun. If none of you have heard of Outrun, then you're too young. Protect your brains. Don't learn about it. Outrun is an old Sega game where you drive a car, get to the end point. And it depends all on your skill and how good you can just dodge traffic and everything. It's very fun. Murphy's Law Plus was. I'm not Twitter streaming. Stop that. But there are a couple of cars, and you can choose your type of color. The only reason I want to work on something on this game is because you can... How do I get to it? Oh, PC controls are weird. But there's a way to put on decals, and there's custom 1, custom 2, and those are just like random colors you can put on. And they have this car, the Hornet, which is not the Daytona car. I swear, shut up, it's not Daytona. I want to make a Daytona skin for it. There it is, decals. So yeah, decals have a weird like custom grid pattern because then you can put your own textures on top of it, and I want to make it to where it's the exact same thing as they did the Daytona car. And there's 3 more cars to unlock and 4 more environments. Oh, I haven't played this game to its maximum potential. Oh no, it's pulling up the thing that has nothing on it. That's not good. Ah, right. So, ready? Look at this art piece. Wow, it is lagging. Wow, it does not like me streaming. This game needs to be optimized. It's really bad. It's a really good game that does not lag, I swear. It's just my computer cannot handle jack crap. But you can Tony Hawk front flipping on everything because you're a cool guy, the cool world, like Vin Diesel in what's that stinking series called? Need for Speed. No, that's not it. Whatever, I'm just gonna quit. This game is lagging horribly on my side. But you get the idea. It's pretty cool. You just slam through traffic. You can do spinning flips and everything. It's a really fun game. Either way, I want to make a skin for that. I don't know why this game's like unoptimized. It cannot run. There's other things running on my computer. It's gotta be like resource heavy, intensive somewhere. It might be a memory leak issue, honestly. I know that's a common thing for whatever reason. It's just how it is. So we are going to do this. Boot up Blender. Thank you. Music is high. We'll switch back to the art layer. Give you guys the music because I don't think the music. There's no music on this one, is there? No, I'll have to fix that for later. So back to music. Yeah. Music is working as intended. The Family Series. Yes, it is the Family Series. You get that right. This is. Have I said a curse word once? I don't think I have. I don't think so. So, let's see. Let's see. Let's go to 2D animation. This is good. Alright. You guys can't see anything yet. Give me 1 second. Not gonna open that one. Blender. Blender. There we go. Now you guys can see my screen and what I'm going to be able to draw. So we are going to open up a file. We're going to import. What are these files? I think they're just PNGs. Okay. Yeah, they're just PNGs. Gotcha. And you can't import it. And neither can you export as a... Huh. Guess you're not supposed to draw with Blender. Yeah, you make animations with it, you just can't draw with it. How fascinating. Oh, unless it's rendering. Let's see. I think if you were to render something, it actually does something different. Yeah. Right. It's been a good second since I rendered anything from Blender. But regardless. Maybe that's why I stuck with GIMP for just drawing. Either way. Even if this isn't meant for... It's probably not, honestly, so we're probably going to switch to GIMP. GIMP up and booted. There we go. Open as a layer. We are going to open up our desktop. Huh. Yeah, Buckman Drive decals. Oh, because is that a shortcut? Ah, it's a shortcut. So where is these files? They're in there. Okay. Gotcha. Alright. Gamer. App data. Local. Buckman Drive. Decals. And we are going to open up the Hornet. There we go. Hornet looking pretty. Then I need to open up a new layer. Layer 5. I only have one layer open. What do you mean? Layer 1. And it's going to be underneath. And then I should have a picture somewhere on my computer for the Hornet. Ah, there it is. I see, so it's two different images. I have the Daytona 1 car and Daytona 2 car on my thing. Do an impression of a hot dog. Damn it. But yeah. Besides Robin Williams acting like a hot dog, there are things to learn on the stream, and one of them is definitely figuring out how to use Blender as a art program. Again, it's probably really weird and difficult, but it shouldn't be too bad. Because I believe when you render out everything, it renders it as JPEGs, I believe. It could be PNGs, but I don't think so. So you guys can't see this image. Only I can, because I'm a cool guy. But we're gonna do it. I'm gonna show you guys. So this is what we're working with. We're working with this image right here. We're working to make the Daytona car into Buck Up and Drive. That is a small project that I've been meaning to do. It's just I've gotten extremely bombarded by other projects and just totally forgot that was on the back burner. So why not do it? So again, we'll be working with this because I think it's going to be a fun little project and pretty neat. Okay, dokie. It's been a while since I used Glimp, and it's not reading my... Well, that might explain it. It's not even plugged in. Oh, I can't believe I'm not plugged in. I gotta jack myself into the Matrix. Take the blue pill. God damn it! Hey, there we go. So let's see. Perfect. All underneath. Yes, I remember my shortcuts perfectly. Okay. So we are going to need... so it's red, not even orange. It might be the second game. So just pure red. That's not pure red. Okay, let's put it over here. And we're just going to fill her out all as red. Maybe it's a little too much red. But that's A-okay. We can fix that later. As long as we get the main basis for this car, everything will work out just fine. What is my favorite cartoon style? Ooh, that's a good question. Something I'd like to emulate. You know, that's really tough. I was actually thinking about that a couple days ago. Something that was actually what I was talking about on Friday too. The stream that no one showed up for, but it's A-okay. Because I figured with these streams, even if no one shows up, or even if people do show up, I think people are going to show up and they're going to ask the exact same questions. So it is going to be no problem for me to repeat it. But the art style that I probably want to emulate the most would have to be probably... I'd have to look up the guy's name. It's the character designers who made the Hercules movie. I do love that style a whole lot. And it's right next to Don Bluth when he made Space Ace and what's it called? The other one that's not Space Ace. Wow, I just forgot the game. I haven't played it in a minute. Oh wow, I feel bad now. The game that Don Bluth made that was about a guy in a castle. Oh no, Dragon Slayer. Thank you very much. Yeah. That's probably the style I'd want to emulate the most. I think those two styles are really reminiscent on how Stretch and Squash the character models can get, while keeping a certain level of definition to them. So it's like they can get detailed, or they can get very simplistic, and it still complements it in certain regards. So I think either Don Blue style during that time, or the Hercules movie. I think those are two styles I'd like to emulate. I probably wouldn't get too close to it because I'd probably want to go even crazier with the Squash and Stretch, but that's probably something I'd like to emulate one day. That eras of like the 90s-ish. 80s to 90s. Because I'd say some early 2000 cartoons kind of kept that vibe too, like the something I do look at a lot, which is the Buzz Lightyear show. And that kind of emulated it, not to like a whole perfect degree, but I mean, like, again, it's around that exact same era where everything's got like that, just that enough definition to where you can like, tell like if they wanted to get really detailed with it, but it'll still keep that exact same style of being just simplistic enough to where it doesn't have to be like overbearingly detailed, like a like if it was like a mech or something that has like 10 billion gears. It's like, oh god, no one can do this. It's a painting. It's 10 million gears. So yeah, that'd be something like to emulate. Okay, so now we have this color down. We need blue. That is like a light blue. Maybe like that with that. Could you tell Buzz was Tim Allen? I can tell Tim Allen was not doing his famous quote enough. He wasn't going, so that is very disappointing. He has lost my respect in all regards to that. Honestly, I really can't. Tim Allen sounds so different between Home Improvement and that. It just doesn't sound like Tim Allen. It just doesn't. I don't think that's the right blue, but we can work with that for now. Alright, I have this. Square paintbrushes for finer details, right? So it probably makes this easier is if I do... Oh, isn't there a shape pattern somewhere? No, but there's a bucket fill, so I can probably do this. We're gonna do this, and then we're gonna bucket fill it to make it faster. Let's save us the process of having to color in the whole thing really quick, and bam! There we go. Now that is what I'm talking about. Faster, simple. Not as much time wasted. That is what I love to hear. And this is going to be the hard part because it's actually really jagged lines. So I'm going to have to actually paint in between the lines. Take multiple strokes because I do not have a steady hand. And will most likely screw up at any given opportunity that I'll be given. That's A-okay. I'm using paintbrush. I don't need paintbrush for this. We need pencil. There's going to be no soft coloring edges here. Going to be nothing but hard flats. Nothing that's going to smooth in between. This Daytona car is coming along quite nicely. Ah! I'm screwing up. I can't look away for a half a second. My life depends on it. I gotta step on my left foot and don't forget! Okay. That's one side done. Gotta love that Wild Woody soundtrack. Guns N' Roses, baby. It's so weird to think that the drummer who worked on Guns N' Roses made this soundtrack. It's so bizarre. It's not something you'd think. Then again, it's about as insane as hearing the fact that everyone throws around. Did you know Michael Jackson made a song for Sonic? Yeah, we all know. He's like dust by now. Bring it around town. Bring it around town. Then you do this and that and this and that and this and that and then you save the project and say you're a failure. The artist way, which is a bad art thing to do. It's the thing I never understood with artists on the internet in general. They absolutely loathe their older works of art and go, "Oh, I made that. Oh, cringe. Look at that style. Ew, it's not as good as my style now." It's like, well, yeah. You can say about anyone. You don't look at... No one brings up Picasso and goes like, look at the first piece of art they made, and it's like a crudely drawn person that looks like a blob. That's just it. They just look like a blob. You never see anything like that. You only see their masterworks, their magnum opuses and all that, because you know why? That's the stuff that looks good. History's always going to forget where people started from. No one going to remember what they made that they think was great. As an artist, the best way you can do when you look at your old art is what you did, how you got there, and how you definitely improved from there. Because if you never improve, you're never going to look good. And there's always one guy I always revert to who never looks good. Is Amiz Okunov. Oof. He has the exact same art style he had 10 years ago. It has not improved once. And his storytelling is absolute shit. Family friendly. But it looks like absolute shite. There we go. That's family friendly. No, but for reals, his art style is like just so... It's just so crude. It just doesn't look good, and I think the biggest problem is that he just never gives himself time to. He just has to like pump it out like every 2 weeks or whatever it is his schedule is. It's just like, ugh. It won't look good. It won't ever look good. But I mean, that is the pace he has set himself up with. And I mean, hey, I won't deny that. Good on the man. He found himself an audience, and people are willing to watch whatever he pushes out. So, I mean. Whether or not I think he has a bad art style, he's definitely found an audience that do like whatever he's making, so I cannot fault him for that. As long as people like it, what's the worst that can happen? A riot? Maybe. Amiz Okunov, he is a guy on YouTube who makes a small series called Pork Chop and Flat Screen, I believe. Pork Chop and Flat Screen. There it is. Once it loads, it's because I'm streaming, and the stream is dying when I do this. Uh-oh. Don't do that. So he makes things, and he uses the exact same funny art style, quote-unquote funny art style he's used for the last, again, 10 years. Let me see. Has it actually been 10 years? I would not doubt it. It might be nearing 10 years. No. Even older. Wow. Okay, so he's improved. Let's see. Let's get a new source in here. I'll show you guys exactly what I'm looking at. So this is Amiz. Amiz Okunov, the guy who made Pork Chop and Flat Screen. So this was his first animation, obviously 15 years ago. This looks absolutely terrible. He calls that episode 127? Oh, God. Oh, no. Well, at least he embraces his older art. And somehow intertwines it into the series that he still won't stop making. Let's see. So... The stuff 15 years ago was definitely not good. I think that's where he just kind of stopped with his art style. Probably about 2 years later was like 13 years into work. It's all kind of been about the same-ish. It just looks... Again, I think it's just because he gives himself no time. And, oh! Who's that boy screaming? Hello. It's the boy. Hello. Ah! It is my boy. He is screaming. Meow. Hello. Oh, here is my boy. Huh, Mr. Banks. How are you? Let's go. This is the boy. Hi, brother. Oh, he is happy now. He just wants to sleep, buddy. Yeah, maybe not. I cannot sleep though. I slept last night. Come on. What are you looking at? He's looking at posters. Okay, buddy. We might have to put you down. No. Wow. Oh, he might want one. He might want to steal my chair. He likes sitting in leather. Do you want chair? Yeah, he wants leather chair. There he goes. He has stolen the leather. He now sits on that chair. What can I do? Absolutely nothing. There, the boy. That's where he's sleeping. But yeah, Omiz Okunov is definitely the, I wouldn't say least talented artist. Least talented artist gave up probably his third day in. Again, Omiz Okunov, I say, has definitely just... He's definitely just plateaued. He's just kept that plateau. He does way better artwork, like, when he gets the time to. Because, like, look, see, like, it all kind of stagnates. And it's just, like, it's all the exact same stuff it was 12 years ago. Like, nothing's really changed in his art style. But I know there was one where he just did a drawing. I have no idea what it'd be called. He just had one where he just drew something. It might be in his intro videos. I think that's what it might be. I think it might have been one of his intros for that video. But it was... He just drew his character, and it's like, yeah, he's a really talented artist. He can do a lot of good work. It's just... He just squanders it by just making the exact same thing. Because he just never gives himself time to actually like, finish anything, which absolutely is disappointing. But, I mean, what are you going to do? Tell the man stop it? Again, I can't fault the guy. He found himself an audience. They're still sticking with him. Like, look at this. This shit was popular. This is why me and my brother caught on this. Like, look at... It had, like, nearly, like, 1 million views per video. Like, look, this one had 6.8 million views. That's what I'm saying. It's like, it was really good at the very beginning, and then it's like... Then the story just got, like, really... nonsensical. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. Like, he's just adding characters just to add more characters. The humor is fine. He makes provocative poses. Like, he doesn't really show anything graphic because it's like, oh, well, it's YouTube. You know, I can't show a lady part or a boy part. I just gotta put gigantic sensor bars and just use cartoon sound effects that are like years and years old. Cause like, yeah, you can see like some of the shit, like, it's so all over the place, it makes no sense. Like, this one, part shot on flat screen, part 23.2, only had 250,000, And yet, Chubby Mermaid episode 5 had 7 million views. It's like, I don't. His view count's like all over the place. I tried watching one, and it's like, it still made no sense. It's like, I don't get any of this. What I think it actually might be, too. Ew. Ew. That looks terrible. Ew. Isn't that a good Squid Game pose? Provocative drawings. Comedy gold. Provocative. Yeah, it's hard to tell if it's like the same people watching it over and over again. That's what gives them high view counts. Cause like, yeah, stuff where it's like even a year ago, it's like they've gotten sub 1 million. Probably like less than 500,000 per video. Yeah, it seems like all his videos have kind of like stopped being over the millions and just went like 500,000 per video. Unprogressive artist. Again, I don't think he's unprogressive. I think he still has a lot of talent. I think it's just he gives himself no time to ever improve. Or no time to ever make it look better. He's just always working on time crunch. Which, I mean, if you set yourself up that way, of course you're going to fail because you're setting yourself up for failure. Because if you want to play it that way, where it's like, oh, I have no time because I have to keep pumping out, otherwise my audience will abandon me. It's like, well, yeah, because that's the schedule you made up for. Animation takes time. If you never give yourself time, it's just never going to get good. I think the problem is that if you're to put it in an art perspective, he passes everything on, what's it called? It's not a first draft. It's, a first pass, literally. So you can have everything go through multiple passes. You have your rough draft, your draft, and then your pass. But if I remember correctly, in animation or even in higher arts, you call that a first pass because it's like, yeah, it looks good, but there's still a lot of things you can improve on, even after your rough draft. It's like anything will look better than your rough draft. Anything will look better than your draft. And if you think that's the final piece, you might want to go back and do it again, because then that's going to be your second pass. Your second pass is going through more finer details, like, oh, maybe this line's clipping through here, or maybe this line's clipping through here, or maybe this art in the color in the hair, it's just always in the background, and now the background color is her hair color now. Oops. Like, that's what usually happens to your first pass. Like, there's just smaller mistakes that's going to happen, and stuff you really just can't avoid, because again, that's just how things are. Things are going to screw up, things are going to mess up, but I think it's just because he always puts everything on the first pass so that he never gets time to actually, like, make a second pass and make, like, things, like, look nicer, at least. And what's the story about? I don't know. At first, it was about, if I remember correctly, like, a girl trying to get unlimited power. No, it was, like... Oh, this might be the windshield right here. If I remember correctly, there was something about a girl. She was trying to get good, and she liked the boy, and then the boy was an angel, and then characters start intervening for reasons. I'm not joking. That's the story, and that's just how it is. I don't know how to describe the story more than that, because that's just the story. It's just like, this just happens, and then this character just comes in, and this just happens, and then, hello. That's just the story. It's like, it feels like those animes, and it's really apparent he does take inspiration from animes. It feels just like, oh, he watched a bunch of animes. It's like, oh yeah, you have filler arcs and all this, and it's like, yeah, but those filler arcs are usually filled with a bunch of bullshit characters. You're just making a bunch of bullshit characters that add nothing to the plot for reason. Not reasons, it's just reason. I don't know what that reason is. So yeah, it's just like, I don't know what the story is. And then I know what makes no sense too is that he had a second series, Chubby Mermaid, which he made like a small animation for probably like 9 years ago. And I was just like, oh, I'm tired of pork chop and flat screen. Let me make this like small animation with like existing characters. It's like a Yakuza. Oh, look it's Kiryu from Yakuza, but now he's in the 1600s. It's just that. It's like, oh, let me use existing characters and just put them in like an older time frame or a different timeline. But it was just weirder because I think it ended up being like, oh, that was all her dream because she was unconscious in the main series. It's like, why would you even tie it back? Just let it be its own thing. Not everything has to tie back. Like, imagine how bad Chrono Trigger would be if the main character Chrono was just like, oh yeah, that actually was Goku. That's what he looks like, Goku. But Goku was just in a time pod. Was just in a time pod and was just unconscious for like 97 years or something stupid. And plus, filler is usually for the most part supposed to keep people invested with more episodes of exactly. Again, and that's the biggest problem too, is I don't know how successful the guy is. I really don't. I don't know if the guy's got a crippling gambling addiction. I just realized I never fixed his image. You guys can't see my screen. I don't know if the guy has like a crippling gambling addiction or whatever, but it's like he could have hired more people to help him out too. Like there's infinite solutions he could have done to help with that series. It's just he just never gives himself the time. Whether he could have hired help, I don't know why he never did. There's just more stuff he could have done to like help with production. It's just, again, I really don't know why he never did. It's just beyond me why he never outsourced for help, which is what I'm not really embarrassed to do with the series I'm making. I know for a fact I can't do everything by myself. It's definitely out of my league, but if I can learn from what I'm trying to outsource, then that's the best thing I can do, because then it'll help. Because then if I need to outsource more, then so be it. But then it'll also help me learn to where it's like, oh, I can do this, I can do this, I can help this guy with this, or I can get my point across even faster instead of trying to bumble my way. Go like, well, can't you just, stretch it? Stretch what? Just stretch it. Just stretch it. What? Stretch what? What do you mean, just stretch? Just like you don't stretch the thing. You can't stretch it. It's like, yeah. And that's the biggest thing. It's like, that's another thing too. Is just learning how to get help from others too. Sometimes I've heard some artists say it's like, oh, it's embarrassing asking for help, but I think their end thing was like, it always helped out because then it helped me learn because they knew something I didn't. It's like, exactly, you're never gonna know anything on your first try, especially if it's your first try and you never do get help from it. You just learn from it because you're gonna screw up. Nothing's perfect on its first try. Like, you think, bring it back to Picasso, you think Picasso made anything good his first try? Hell no! You think the caveman made anything good the first try? Hell no! This caveman made doodles on the walls and he sucked! But, you know what? They were probably great for their time. Because I'm sure cavemen at that time were like, wow, he made that? I can barely make a line in the sand. How the hell did he make a little person? Whoa, is that a mammoth? Oh! They're pogging out back then. It's like, dang, these cavemen are wildin' back then. And then they learn. They learn from evolution to get more paints, more dyes, and all that other stuff. If I smash this fruit, I can get the color blue. Oh. I'll use this blue on the wall. If I smash this man's hand, I can get a red. Ooh, I can use this red on the wall. Oh, and it turns brown after the red dries? Mmm. The cavemen were smart back then. They knew what they were doing. Okay, I see. So these are windows to the car. So if I were to translate this to... So that's the top of the car. So this can all stay blue. Okay. I was overthinking this. I need to zoom out. So this can all stay blue. Easier. Easier for me. There we go. That's all blue. And then it leads through the backside. So I'm guessing... So this has got to be the back window. Yeah, because it cuts off right there. This is the back window. So everything underneath here. So this would be blue. Because all that above is just window. Sorry, I got a stuffy nose. But yeah, Caveman be pogging back then. Caveman figured out colors and Caveman pogged. They pog champs so hard. You wouldn't believe it. Couldn't believe how these cavemen were pogging out. It's, oh, what was it? It was like a fun fact I heard. It's like, you would probably kill a woman from like the 1400s if you gave her a vibrator from today. Because they wouldn't know what the hell it is and they die from overstimulation. It's the exact same thing. It was like, yeah, standards are way different. We just evolved to cope with these higher standards. Which is unfortunate. But at the same time, we also learn from previous generations from before to help us progress faster instead of making the exact same mistakes and repeating over those same said mistakes. So yeah, it's a catch-22. Has standards gotten higher? Yes, but have we learned? But is there infinite material to learn from to help us not make those exact same mistakes? Yes. I think at the end of the day, no matter what your profession is, I think even though you can learn from mistakes, it's how well you can adapt them to yourself in the end. Oh yeah, the Fortnite music has kicked in. And this is how you adapt like a pro gamer. Get 19 headshots per game and you always get the dub. Become #1 and Trump Ninja. Ninja himself will fall to his knees and beg, please save me. I haven't gotten a dub against you for 3 days straight. And you go, no, I am Alpha Gamer. I only eat those I defeat, which gives me the most muscle in my brain. What am I even talking about anymore? I don't know. Something about art and then gaming. Gaming is an art. Have you never seen nothing? Gaming is such an art. You can never get a 360 no scope without gaming. Let's see. So what would this part be? So oh, okay, so this is the bumper line. This is where the headlights will sit. Okay.
Welcome to the battlefield.
God, this song. I don't know why I really like it. It's just so stupid. But, I'm trying to see how would this all fit in. I guess I just have to mess around, see what works. So the bottom trimming would all be gray. Okay. Let's do that right now. So that'd be the easiest. It's like a, it's almost like a white gray, so probably that color would work. That's not white enough. there is some minor shading. It could be just a lighting engine they have. So what it look like with flat colors? Probably that front. So this needs to be whiter. Maybe that. Yeah, that was a good work. This Daytona car is coming along quite nicely. And everyone will have a Daytona car. They'll be like, wow. Oh, wow. I can play this game with a Daytona car. Oh, wow. Wow, bro. Have some Reddit gold. Oh, wow. Tip fedora? Oh, thanks, bro. Have a Dogecoin in my honor. Oh. That's how they'll act. For sure. They're all filthy Redditors. Like, oh, have you ever seen a babe? Oh, I thought not. Tips fedora? I'm too cool. Oh. I don't know if that became the common thing that every Redditor is like really morbidly obese and they all have like neck beards and fedoras. I don't know. I don't know what started that. Much art, much wow. Thank you. That and this song fucking slaps. Love this song. Does the music need to be louder at all? I don't know how loud the music is on your guys' end. It sounds normal to me, but it could be louder on your end. I forget what this game's called. I think it's like Ultra Space Battle, maybe? I think. Let me see. Ultra Space Battle Brawl. Yeah. Oh, my audio's quiet. Oh, that's not what I thought at all would have been expected. I can put the microphone like this.
Put it right in front of my face. Is that better? Oh my. Oh, chica. Oh my word, it's Chica. Oh, Chica, you good bastard. You good
Can't say it. Let's see. So that's too high. So this color would waste my time because the color would not be over here, it'd be down here. Oh yeah. Looking fly. Dang it, let me move this. Alright. Well, that's going on. Is there any more questions you wish to ask me? I am the all-knowing I. I know all that has crossed my path. Except atoms. Atoms have not crossed my path. I have not met a single atom that has not imploded on me yet. They're all too scared. I think it's my toxic masculinity, but, you know, I think it's just the way it is. If I stop being toxic, I can talk to an atom and have it not implode, but unfortunate. It's just really unfortunate. That's the way it is. It's just, you know, I don't think you just deal with my immense girth. My immense girth. Oh. Just so girthy. Just so girthy, girl. So stupid. I kind of want to see that now. I want to see like someone go up to a girl and be like, "Oh, girl, I'm so girthy." Oh, sounds really dumb. I want to see that now. That should be the catchphrase. It should be, I'm all girth but no birth. He's got so much girth he can't give birth. That's his catchphrase. Favorite color? Why? Red, because it flows within my veins. No. That's a good question, honestly. Red was my favorite color for the longest time. And then I learned red was also in blood. Not because of violence, it's because, well, actually, I learned it from horror movies, and I was very scared of horror movies for the longest time as a kid. What's my favorite color now? I mean, people still think of red when I say favorite color. It's like, yeah. There's gotta be like a good red color out there, like maybe like a cherry red or like an apple red, like a really shiny apple red, maybe that. Because blood red is always a wide variety of colors. It could be like either like super bright red or it could be like really dark, depending on what's it. It just depends on how that guy's hydration is. But yeah, it might still be red. There's not a specific color I can really think of. I wouldn't say the darker reds are definitely my favorite. Maroon maybe a little bit, but I usually like the brighter reds. A crimson? No. That's a JoJo character. I can't like crimson. It's like saying I like the color platinum. I can't like that. That's a JoJo character. That's impossible to love. I don't know, let me look at the color crimson real quick. I am terrible with colors. It's because one of my eyes perceives the color yellow in a different way. It's not like extreme, it's just like very slight. It's just like different. Something can be like bright yellow on I think it's my right eye, I always forget. It's either my right or my left sees it like either like a slightly duller or slightly brighter. So I always forget which one is. It might be duller. Crimson. Yeah, no, I wouldn't say crimson. Crimson almost looks like a wine red. What if I type in rose red? What does that show up? Is that too dark? It's almost more pink. Like on a flower, it looks darker because it's like a lot of shadowing. That I think it's because there's a lot of light. It doesn't like reflect off it really well. So in certain lightings, it looks really bright, but on the color palette, apparently it looks like pink-ish. It's like a reddish pink, which isn't bad. Bright red. Red's pretty bright. Bright red's a little less bright for whatever reason. I was like, what is this song? Oh, it's Tetris. Right? Yeah, it's Tetris Effect. Yeah, I say bright red's good. I think bright red's probably be a good one. I'm looking at it, people are showing like cakes, which is like usually the velvet cakes. That's a bright red. Hair dye, which is bright red. Oh yeah, that lady's hair is really bright red. Wow. Yeah, I'd probably have to go with bright red. Looks nice. The nega chin. That's not red at all, damn it. That's completely the opposite. That's void of all color. That's like the manga saying, remember Luigi, every color's in the rainbow. Except black. Black's not in the rainbow. And then you gotta scream out that you're dripping. Oh, Luigi, you're dripping. You're sweating. You can't go see the princess like this. Here, let me get you a moisturizing cloth for all your moisture needs. Oh, yeah. Now, don't that feel nice, Luigi? Oh, you're sweating. Oh, get more oil and pesto sauce. Oh, Luigi, oh, what the fuck? Whoa! Luigi, are you quite done yet? Hey, what's the matter with you? So bad I know off the top of my head. I just love that video so much. I'm breaking my family-friendly rule. I'm cursing. Uh-oh.
Whoa! You're cursing! You can't go see YouTube streamers like this! Here, let me get you a ball gag for all your talkative needs.
You just spin this in any way you want with that voice line. Again, speaking of Reds Mario, because of that video, I really love what he's doing with that video. It's so hard to tell. It's one of the two voices I always go to. I either go to Charles Martinet. I always go to Lou Albano as my Mario, or it goes as a CDI Mario. Cause man, those two Marios, that's what I think of when I think of Mario. It's like he sounds just like that. Like when I think of Mario, those are the first two lines that pop up. Then I always think of like the Wahoo. It's like, yeah, that's Charles Martinet. Is it Charles Martinet? No. I already forgot the guy's name. But yeah, the actual official voice of Mario. It's like, yeah, no, he's the Mario, but it's like, yeah, I like Lou Albano. I think it just fits the more like grungier, heavy Italian. And that's art too, voice acting. Woo! Is voice acting hard?
I can barely make this kind of noise because it's really hard. You gotta put a lot of gruff and strain on your voice, especially to make it go deeper. Ain't that right, Luigi?
It's really tough.
It's really tough.
That's why I need to hire other people too. It's because I can't do deep voices. I can do decent, I can't do good. That's probably about as low as I can go. Is just that parody version of the CDI Mario.
Whoa!
That's probably as low as I can go. I can probably go lower. It's just not consistent. Oops. I'm not coloring within the lines. No! I'm gonna cry. There. Line is fixed. Haha. This car is coming along. Daytona is going to exist in this game whether they like it or not. I mean, the fact that they call it the Whore Not, I think this is it all. Is this Yakuza? Yeah, it is. It is one of the cabaret songs. This song might actually get me DMCA'd because I think it's actually a real artist. I probably shouldn't have this song on here. It's really good because it almost looks like Double Dragon Neon. Dang it, this line's getting smaller. Gotta zoom in.
I gotta zoom in.
There we go. And we're gonna save it. I got a yawn. Alright, so I think that's all the grays I need for now. Yeah, I think at this point it's just heavy details. How I rock crop top jackets. Don't you start this, man. Look, I'm not the next CJ. I'm not gonna start wearing skirts now, alright? You can't force me to do that. Alright, just because I rock a crop top and rock fake ear piercings does not mean I gotta start wearing skirts now. Alright? It's not gonna go to leggings. That's too far. That's too much. Alright? I don't care if Rumbleverse they all wear leggings. I'm not wearing leggings. You can't make me. Just because my tits look absolutely fabulous in a crop top does not mean I'm gonna wear a skirt. Just doesn't. You can't force me into this lifestyle. Just because I got a fat ass does not mean I'm going to live this lifestyle. And you can't make me. Wait a second. Zoom. Enhance. Enhance. Zoom. Oh. Interesting. The blue on the car actually is whiter than the blue on the roof. Oh. And it curves in. There's a lot of sponsored deals on this car. Wow. I don't know if I might just look up all these like logos. Yeah, cause that's just a normal Sega logo, AM2. Yeah, I might do the same thing they did with this car. Is just actually get the logos and just shrink it down, make it really pixelated. The 41 I'll have to draw on though. Yeah, I didn't realize how many sponsored logos were on this car. Because I noticed the Daytona symbol was on the back bumper. Yeah. There's a lot of man. These old game cars are really detailed. Wait, what the hell's that? What is that? Looks like there's like a small JPEG of a man in this car. What the hell? What is that? What the flip am I looking at? It's so weird looking. Is that literally what that's just supposed to be? It's like whoever your character is like just like a small picture frame of like whoever they love or something. Yeah, like that's not right there. But you can only see if like you're looking from the inside of the window. You never notice it while you're racing because that thing's literally like what? I can literally zoom back in and count the pixels. It's like what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 by what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That's a 6 by 10 pixel image. You're never gonna see that when you're actually playing the game. Because if you're playing the game, it's gonna look like... It's gonna look way smaller than this. Because you can't even see the car this detailed. Because the camera's never... Actually, maybe change camera angles. Maybe change camera angles. You probably look at it like this, but then again, the car's never sideways this long. Except when you're on turns or drifting really hard. Even then so. It'd only be on left turns. That's so weird. Wow. What is this song? Oh, Nuclear Throne. This Nuclear Throne song sucks! Where's the Nuclear Throne song I like? What's the one I like? The one I like. Aha, I see it. This is the one, baby. Hell yeah.
just letting you know. I don't need no home, just a bag of my daddy and my nuclear throne. We kill you all alone. We kill you in the face of the nuclear throne. I don't need no home, just severed heads in my nuclear throne. Only believing is my nuclear throne. Just everybody dead in my nuclear throne. We kill you all alone. We kill you in the face of my nuclear throne. Oh, I know why I like this song. I know exactly what it reminds me of. I was like, why do I like this song a lot? It reminds me of Who Do You Voodoo from Dead Island. That's a good song. Same with the sequel song. I forget what that one's called. I think it's No Room in Hell. That's a good one too. That's the Riptide song, the one that no one played. Riptide was good in a sense. It wasn't a really great game, which makes me nervous about Dead Rising or Dead Island 2. I have near zero confidence in Dead Island 2. Dead Island 2 looks so bland. I listened to the GameSpot reviews and it's like, oh, they figured out this element reacts with this. It's like, you mean the same crap they did freaking 15 years ago? What do you mean that's new? It's not. It's the exact same crap. It's like, I'm not excited for that game. Like sure, the game's got kill animations now, but it's like, dude, that's not enough to sell me. I'm good. And what is this? Is this River City Girls? Nope. Hey, world is in with you. Let's go. Let's go. Now I want to talk about good games. This is a good game. That makes that type of line? Damn. What's the straight line in this? What would be a good size pixel ratio? Maybe 6x6? Maybe a 7x7. Yeah, looks good. Because I don't know if these lines on the outside mean this will count. I really don't. Might have to go with the 8x8. First, gotta fix this real quick. I see a pixel. Actually, we'll leave that pixel there. That'll be a good indicator whether it bleeds in or not. Oh, actually, how about I do that? How about I get this red and bleed it in on the outside line of this blue. See if that means anything. I don't think it does, but just to see. So if it does matter, then this guy set up a terrible grid pattern. Do like that. Right. Go back to our near black. And there's gotta be. What's the straight line in this? Yep, I don't remember. Is it shift? It is. It's shift. Okay. I don't know how I remember that off the top of my head. There's something about it. Sounded right to me. I just really wish, honestly, this game, not Buckham Drive, but World Ends With You, I really wish that third act didn't suck so much butt. Because the game works on gimmick controls because it was made on DS. So how it is that the first partner you get is really easy. I think she just throws out random assists. Dead Island became Dead Rising, but slightly more boring. Yeah. Dead Island wanted to keep the realism. I loved Dead Island when it first came out. Going back to Dead Island with my brother, I realized how bad and boring that game is. It's just the game's just a lot of just going back and forth. Go to point A, go to point B, go to point B, and go to point C, and then sometimes it's go to point A, go to point B, and then go back to point A. It's like, dude, this game just loves backtracking. It's so flippin' boring. Holy crap, is it bad? That's another reason why I'm not excited for Dead Island 2. It's just like, I don't know if they're gonna fix that whole quest thing, because that quest thing just sucked. It was just so boring. It's like, dude, who thought this was a good idea of having the players just constantly keep going back from A to B or A to C? It's like the combat's not bad either. The combat's actually really decent, and what I found more fun was using the thumbstick controls. Thumbstick controls, I know my brother never used it, but what it was is if you turn on thumbstick melee controls, what it turns you into is that every weapon's a gun. But what happens is when you hold down left trigger, well, let's say like it's your fist or your baseball bat, you use your right thumbstick and it turns your angle degree at hitting any 360 degree direction you want. So if you want, you can just like do like a million uppercuts. You can do an uppercut and then a down punch, or if you want to go like uppercut, go back to neutral and then do a hook, and then just keep doing like a shit ton of hooks afterwards. That game is really fun. It was like it's a terrible experimental control scheme, but man, that game actually made it a lot more fun. I was like, oh, how come I never messed with this? I can just throw out a billion uppercuts. But other than that, it's again, that game is just really, really bad with its quests. Its quests are so bad. The only ones that are good are the continuous quests, because it's like, oh, survivor, help me, I'm hungry, and I can only sustain myself on bananas. If you find any banana, you can save my life. I'll give you all the money you want, because this is Hawaii, and we're all filthy rich. Even though this is the slums of Hawaii, we're still filthy rich. It's like, thank you, sir. Those are the only good quests, because they're just stuff you just get in the background, and then you can just be like, oh yeah, here you go, sir, here's a million bananas. Oh, thank you, here's 10 billion XP, now you're at maximum level. It's like, thanks, grandpa. Those are the only good quests. It's like, you don't have to worry about it. That's where the duplication glitch comes in, and that's what I use, because it's like, there's a lady who's just like, oh, I love my diamonds. Oh, my diamonds. Oh, can you get me more diamonds? And that's where you need the duplication glitch in, because diamonds are extremely important if you want the developer mods. There's only 5 of them in the whole game, and like one of them just sucks. It's just a ground pound that does no damage. But the developer mods are really good because they're just super OP and super fun. That's where the home run back comes in. And that is extremely fun. So what you do with the duplication glitch is, because it's something like you drop your weapon, you pick it back up, and in your pickup animation, you open up your inventory box, and then you can just keep dropping them. You can just keep dropping as many things as you want. It depends on what it is. Like, if it's a gun, you can only hit drop. That's how you're going to get the same exact gun over and over again. Same with a chainsaw. But if it's anything else, let's say like it's a bat, a katana, a throwing knife, instead of hitting hold B to drop the weapon, to duplicate it, you can just literally throw it, and a new one will just spawn in your hand, because it's just duplication. So you can just go like, you just go foot, and you just throw infinite knives. So what you do is that you create one home run bat, and then you just duplicate the crap out of it, and you just throw a billion home run bats at enemies, and they'll just fly like 10 million feet away. It's really funny. That's what I did to the final boss. I did the duplication glitch, but all I did was hit him once, and his head just exploded into a air vent. I'm like, damn! Like, that's a cool way to end the game. That game was cool, but man, does it have problems. Oh boy, does that game have problems. Yeah, I'm not excited for Dead Island 2. I'm especially not excited for Dead Island 2 because it doesn't have Jack Black in it. So it's like, why do I double care about this game? Jack Black's not even in the game. I don't know if you remember that. Jack Black was in the first trailer for Dead Island 2, which was super hype. It was like, we got Jack Black! Whoa! Oh, Luigi! You're sweating! You're dripping! You can't go see Jack Black like this! But yeah. Dead Island 2 is something I'm not really excited for. If it comes out, I feel like people are going to be like, yeah, it might be a game that's like barely better than Saints Row. The new Saints Row. Because, man, that Saints Row game is poop. Yeah, Psychonauts taking him instead. And he did a great part. He did really good. He was dripping and sweating. He was dripping and sweating all over that stage in Psychonauts. And gosh darn it, he earned it. He deserved to start sweating. He's dripping. He's sweating. Let's see. Oh, right. This blue. Oh my god. I never noticed that. In this Slappy song. This part right here. That little noise is going brant, 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 brant. That's freaking. That's the exact same clip. That's the exact same sound noise they use for fucking F-Zero GX. Oh my gosh, I've never noticed that. Wow. That's crazy. Because that's just F-Zero right there. So that means whatever that noise is, that's not a musical instrument. That means that, because that's what Sega used. Sega made F-Zero GX, so that absolutely means that that's a stock sound effect somewhere in a library of sound effects, and someone looked at that and said, that sounds like music. Let's put that in a music track. And Capcom did the exact same thing with Dead Rising 2. Oh, wow, that's insane. I would have never known that if I didn't hear the song with headphones on. That's crazy. I don't think I've ever heard the song with headphones on. I just listened to it through big speakers. That's insane. Cool. The more you know. Alright. Let's see. So the blue cuts off right there. And the bottom. This bottom part's gonna be tricky for the car. So I need to color this in blue. Oh, I know what the problem is. Oh wait, is this upside? No, this isn't upside down. I was like, did they put this upside down? No. Yeah, this warped mirror is like reversed, because the bottom's smaller than the top side, because the top side is way bigger. Unless it curves in harder. I don't think it does though. They made this car kind of weird in this decal mode. So what might end up happening is that I might end up making this all blue. Might have to do that. Just have to see how that works out, because again, I don't know how this decal is exactly working. So we're just gonna have to experiment a little bit and see how that turns out. Speaking of F-Zero, this is F-Zero song right here. No, this is not the F-Zero song I was just talking about that uses that sound font. It's one of the main track themes. Gotta zoom in. We're gonna make this look pretty. So I know for a fact this grid pattern is going to look ugly the first time because I'm not taking out the grid lines at all, because I need this as reference point to keep looking back and forth to where any of this is going to even go. But they're only going to be there temporarily. They're not going to be there for the actual thing when I'm done with this. It's just the way it's going to go. So one of the things we work with to help us out so we don't get confused and start blurring lines. Artist tip 101. Blur your lines. If you keep blurring, you'll never get good. Huh, Mr. Banks? Do you blur your lines?
Oh, he's so sleepy.
Okay, so that's gonna be all blue. And then this line probably right here is gonna have to be blue. I think. I could be entirely wrong, but we're gonna have to see how, again, how this turns out on the grid shape pattern. Oh, it's right. This doesn't have to actually be all colored. Ah, well. I can always erase the red later because the red's just the underneath color, and that can always be replaced with a different color. But that is fine. I'll worry about that later. I need it there now just so I have a reference point I'm working with. Because eventually I'll have to draw a big 41, import a bunch of company logos, slap them on the car everywhere, and then after that point, then I'll erase all the red. Which honestly might not actually be a bad idea of erasing it now. Might have to erase it now, so I don't have to worry about it later. It'll become a hassle if I have to erase it later. Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that now. So it's not in the way. So all the red gone. I think it's a glare on my computer monitor. Making it a different color on my screen. Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter! Good old CPS one board. This is Red Earth. Oh, it is Red Earth. This is CPS 3. Okay. This is the intro song? Yeah, this is the intro song. This is a song that plays when you walk by the arcade. You're like, whoa! What is that weird looking game? Oh, man! Oh! Oh, it's so pretty! Whoa! You're fighting dinosaurs! Whoa! You're going to Egypt and slapping mummies? Oh my gosh! Red Earth is cool. Man, is a weird game, but man, is it cool. But man, is it weird. You cannot understate how weird that game is. Oh yeah, and this song slaps. Another Dead Rising song. I used this in one of my videos. Bob, you deleted your messages. Well, now I'll never know what you said. There goes Bob. He retracted all 3 messages and left. I'm sorry, Bob. I should have saw you earlier. Oh, but they're still here on the actual stream. What do you say? Out here looking like a blind run. Looking like a blind nun. Break those glasses. Shove you in a locker. Oh, how edgy. What is this guy? A blind nun. What a jokester. What? I've never heard anyone say that to me in my life. That's really funny. That's hilarious. I'm gonna shove you in a locker, you wimpy kid. What juvenile things? A blind nun. Is it because I'm wearing all black and my hair's down? It probably is. So remember that if you have long hair, you'll get called a nun. Your little brother. Tell your little brother he's too strong. If he's shoving kids in lockers already. That's funny. Oh, that's hilarious. That made my day. He's 38, man. Why is he still in the school? Tell him to get out of there. I don't want that guy getting arrested for the wrong reasons. That's not a good look for him. I don't think a 38-year-old shouldn't be working in the school unless he works for the school. Then that's a different reason. Different strokes for different folks. Can't blame them there. If they work for a school, then so be it. Maybe those kids deserve it. That's all I'm saying, man. If you got a kid in school who's being absolutely rude and they need to be shoved in a locker, go for it. They absolutely deserve it. There's kids out there and they're absolute garbage. Mentally, he's 15. You know, that's what a lot of pedophiles say too. So again, I'd probably get him out of there. Why do you like little girls? Oh, well, I'm actually like 15. You're like 75. Oh, but I feel like I'm 15. That's not a good look. And don't you dare start with that stuff. It's like, oh, he's not a pedophile. He's working with other kids, so he's like a paleophile, or whatever those other terms are. That looks even worse. And I don't know what the difference between any of them is. All I know is it's kids under 17. Unless you live in the laws where it's legal to date 16-year-olds. Like, I believe it's Japan. I think Japan's... Is Japan lower? It might be 14. I think it's 16 now. Legal age for an adult in Japan. Oh, they raised it. Oh, it's 18. Wow. Because I knew for a fact that was one of those things, like, it was 16 for the longest time. Oh! Wait, it was just lowered? So when did they raise it? Because they just lowered this year. It went from 20 to 18 to become an adult in Japan. Oh, weird. Huh. I didn't even know they raised it. Crazy. The more you know. Japan probably looked at it too and said, "No, we're gonna stop that. Stop it. It's not a good look. America hates it, and we're gonna hate it too." Which is fair. I mean, can you doubt them there if they keep pandering to American audiences, they'd say no. That doesn't surprise me. Still, gotta say there, Bob, you got a cool brother. Just hope he's not shoving you in lockers. Because he's gonna be he's the cool brother, you know? He's the cool brother if you're in school. You're like, yeah, bro, shove him in the locker. Yeah, bro, shove him in that locker. Tell him who's boss. If he's the one shoving you in lockers, that's not really good. It's gonna look like cringe. It's like, damn, your own brother shoving you in the locker? Woof. Rough. And no one likes cringe. Well, that's a lie. People love cringe. Not everyone. Well, this image is getting somewhere. Let's see. So blue cuts in right there. It's got to be angled too. That's the weird part. Let's see. So where is this in relation to the tires? So there's still plenty of room right there. So this has to be the whole front window. I can't imagine reps from right there. So the blue line probably intercept from maybe here to there. Bob's deleting all his messages. Oh no! I can still read it on the actual stream thing. I can't believe you. And he left. Oh, that's upsetting. He's a funny man. Oh well. I guess Bob's older brother will not shove me in a locker. Hooray for me. Hip hip hooray. 3 cheers. So let's fix this real quick. I mean, hey, that's good news though. If his brother thinks he can shove me in a locker, that must mean I look pretty young. So I got that going for me, which is good because I'm not that old either. Then again, when I was in high school, teachers thought I looked older and said, "Why aren't you out of school yet?" It's like, it's my senior year. What do you mean? So I've got that inspirational youth going on. I can inspire the children of the future and then get redacted from the children of the future. Look like I'll never exist. Okay, so probably right there, like that. It's gotta be something like that, because it comes in a curve. That looks good. What song is this? Oh, Guilty Gear. Turns out Bob didn't want to learn about art though, so that's very unfortunate. You could ask some questions. I gotta say, Bob, wherever you are, that was a good bit. Getting shoved in the locker, it's a pretty good bit. It doesn't even sound like a modern thing anymore. I can't think the last time I heard someone say, "I'm gonna shove you in a locker," now I think about it. Then again, he did say his older brother was 35, so, I mean, I think that explains it too. It's probably the last time you see someone getting shoved in the locker would be 35 years ago. I think the worst thing a kid says now, I'm gonna punch your balls or something stupid. I'm gonna punch you, bro. No, don't punch me. How much time do I have? Ooh. Got 1 hour. Well, a lot of progress wasted since I had to erase all this red, but it's a-okay. I'm still trying to learn exactly where these lines are to go because the Daytona car's got different vector lines than the Hornet does in Buck Up. So either way, it was going to be a learning curve. For a second, I looked over, I freaked out. I'm like, does that say private stream? No, thank goodness. Let's see. This is art stream. What do we talk about for art? Let's talk about porn artists, actually. I made that as a joke earlier. Let's talk about porn artists. And I'm not talking about the ones that are in live action films. I'm talking about the ones who do the dirty stuff. The drawers. Those filthy drawers. Oh, those filthy drawers. Those guys. It's always weird. You know, I do follow the weird guys. And there's also the guys who also do like the more anatomy correct stuff. I always say it's kind of hard to balance your art in any sort of way, even if you're gonna do stuff that's not safe for work. It's a really fine line to what some people might find appealing and what some people might not. And then again, that's not even going to like a billion other fetishes, because that's just a whole can of netherworms. But yeah, it's just gonna be a hard line. There are some artists that I do like, even though unfortunately they do draw not safe for work stuff. They just have a good art style. Like there's one guy. I'm not going to name names again, he's not safe for work artist, but still. The way he draws characters, I do like it because in a way, it almost looks like panty and stocking. And it's like, oh wow, it looks really good. Except he draws like, the body's like absolutely ridiculously curvy. It's just the way how the flat art style looks with like the faces and everything, how the colors complement each other. It's like, yeah, it almost looks like panty and stocking. It makes me think like, oh yeah, if you gave this guy the chance, it'd be like that one hentai art. There's always that video pops up in my feed. It's like, look at this hentai artist who made this transformer. It's like, yeah. I heard about that. And it's like, yeah, looks like a sexy-ish transformer. Can't deny you there. Which I believe is the same thing with Five Nights at Freddy's. It was a security breach. I think the person who made Roxy also made Montgomery. Because they're like, yeah, we're furry artists. We know what people like. And hey, guess what? Roxy definitely caught on. Montgomery, Montgomery the Gator, not so much. But regardless, it was still like, yeah, check out these guys. I do like Montgomery. He was pretty cool. He was pretty cool for a new guy. It's just weird because it's like, oh, Foxy and Bonnie are gone. It's like, And Freddy's like, Bonnie's dead. Oh, my friend Bonnie. Sounds more like Fred from Flintstones. Bonnie! They killed Bonnie! I can't believe they killed Bonnie! Oh, Fred, I'm right here. Oh, Bonnie, you're alive! Time to smash you with my pterodactyl rock! I wouldn't do that, Fred. I have no idea how Fred or Barney sound. Speaking of Flintstones, it makes me happy I do follow a bunch of artists, because then I also do, YouTube does sometimes recommend me every now and then indie game artists, and there's a guy who's remaking The Simpsons Hit and Run, and it looks absolutely great. He's still trying to figure out the hair thing with Lisa's head, because he doesn't know how to make it her hair. I think probably the best way to do it, I'd tell him, but I wouldn't exactly know how to implement it either. It's the same tech they use for Lisa, or not Lisa, Mickey Mouse in Kingdom Hearts, where it's like his ears are 2D image, or just a 2D image that are rotating around his head depending on where the camera angle is. Depending on where the camera is, like it just rotates a certain amount of degrees. So let's say he's looking dead on the camera, his ears would look like any other drawing of Mickey Mouse. His ears would be just 2 ears just straight up. But if his head rotates, it has like from the back of his neck to probably where his, maybe where the top of his eyebrow goes, not like the eyebrow ridge where it goes in a little bit, probably like where the eyebrows go. I want to say it stops right there, but it'll still be a 2D image, and it can rotate between that and like just different angles. So it's like, what if you're looking at a sphere? Well, let's say if you're just break it down, if you're making a 360 degree circle, it'd probably have like what? Maybe like 120 degrees. Just the flat image of Mickey Mouse's ears can rotate. So maybe that. And I just saw someone else posting stuff. Why isn't my? I think YouTube Studio just got me. Let me refresh it real quick. Nope. Did not break. It's just acting weird. Ooh, what did I just do? A plugin store. I'll get that out of here. It's saying there's another image that was. It's saying there's another thing that was just put in chat. YouTube, shut up. Why can't I look at this other thing that someone else said? Is this porn talk? Yeah. Yeah, it is. You best believe this is porn talk, buddy. Don't worry. I'll still make it family friendly. I'll just say the word porn. It's like what is it? TV shows and movies, how they can still say ass and get away with it back in the day. It's like, I don't know. I won't say anything perverted. I promise. It's not perverted. I swear. Again, I think it's just really a fine line on what you can get away with that's exaggerated and still look kind of refined in going for that certain fetish, whatever it may be. But then again, like anyone says, it's the internet. There's going to be audience for everything, no matter what. You can draw 2 stick figures and people will be like, wow, oh wow, oh my god, oh wow, give me some more of that, please. It's like, yeah, kind of the way it goes. It's the internet. Everyone's gonna love everything, no matter how bad it looks. I mean, look, people love the Bored Apes, and then Ken Masters from Street Fighter 6, he lost all his Bored Apes, and now he's broke. Bored Apes was an art, and it was terrible. I'm with everyone else. Bored Apes just didn't look good. It just looked ugly. It was like almost like Nickelodeon. No, it was like the early 2000s when they had gross ups. with Ren and Stimpy, Flapjack, and all that. Like, they had gross ups and all that. It's like, yeah, that's what Board Apes reminded me of that, but like, it was like halfway there. It wasn't like full gross up. It was like halfway there to being a gross up. So it was just kind of like too detailed of a cartoon. He's like, yeah, I don't know, you should tone it down maybe somewhere, so it doesn't look as ugly. But they embraced it, and now Bored Apes are worth like 2 cents or whatever. No one loves Bored Apes. Bored Apes are dead. Dead. You know, there's probably an easier process instead of tediously doing this, erasing everything. This is taking too much time. What I'm probably going to do is erase everything within the blue line and just within this black line, and then I'm just going to redraw the blue line. Probably easier than having to meticulously not erase the blue line. It's just a hassle. There we go. All right, blue line erased. Redraw it, same color. So yeah, I think that's my main point I'm getting at. Even if like you're an artist or a not safe for work artist, no matter what you draw, there's always going to be audience for it. It's just getting that initial audience is the hardest part. Just trust me, I'm still learning. I say trust me. Trust me. Oh, trust me. I've only made 999 mistakes, and this isn't one of them. I swear. There we go. Yeah, that would have saved me so much more time if I just did that instead. Holy crap. Oops. I don't even know what I did to do that. Alright, so I can probably do the same thing with this, honestly. I can probably do like a straight line and erase it. So maybe if I do this over here. Yeah. Did that erase any of the gray pixels? I don't think it did. Nope. There we go. Gotta think smarter, not harder. Classic lesson 101. And then some Persona music. Let's go! And then I'm gonna get demonetized by Atlas. They're gonna say, not in my house. You can't play that Persona music. Boy, you talking about Persona music? Boy! I do like how Bob thought he can delete his messages, and it's like, they still show up on stream. You can't delete them. Like, you can delete them from my face, but I still have my stream pulled up. And I can still look at it. You can't erase those messages. Let's go. I pull up. Hey, let's go. I pull up. But yeah. That Bob guy. What a funny man. I wish he stayed more. Oh well. All right. There we go. Make that easier. Now that's all deleted. Choo, 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 choo. Ooh, I really want to play that song, but I'm sure they'll give me copyright strike too. Maximum Hormone. Oh, what a good band. They made Choo Choo Lovey Lovey. That's a good song. I need to find more music by them. They're a really good band. They're like... At least that song, Choo Choo Lovey Lovey, is like half punk, half death metal. So that's pretty good. I'm trying to think of the other song. I haven't listened to the other song as much. And that one's still really good too. It's just, I don't know how I would put it. I'd have to listen to it again. Okay. Now that that's all fixed, all the red is gone. Any other color I should probably put on there just to see as a test. Oh, right. I need to fix that. I need to fix this blue. It needs to be lighter. Probably keep it right there. I'm just going to slide this down. It's like a dull blue. So maybe like right here, maybe? Is that too dull? That's actually pretty dead on, actually. Wow. It's probably a little darker, but other than that, honestly, that's pretty dead on for that color. This song is not family appropriate. But hey, this is by the guy who actually made Friday Night Funkin'. This is Twice Sprite still. I don't mean no disrespect, but there's something about her I can't let go. Baby, you know that I love you, even though my balls are blue. I want to spend my life with her, even if her dad is evil or some shit. Now spit it like this. We getting freaky on a Friday night, yeah. I just want to hold her tight, yeah. Her hair, her eyes, her thighs, yeah. If I die, it'll all be worth it. Just to get a chance to show she's worth it. I don't know if that shows on the screen. If I zoom out a certain way, the lines look like they turn red. Might just be my computer. I might need to get a monitor. I've had this monitor for years. Same with that TV. I might have to get a new TV at some point. Alright, so... Again, the only thing I don't really know is that front bumper. I don't know how that's going to look out. Or how it's going to turn out. The only other thing I can probably work on is this right here. Is the front grille. There's a slight line of red right in between. That's actually a little difficult. It's like they didn't want... Oh, unless it's like a different layer, which is why that looks weird. Maybe that's it. That's why it curves in right here, so it's like not on the full hood of the car. So they probably screwed up back in the day. Just said, ah, well, we got too much details on there already. It's too late to fix it. Yeah, cause look at that. These like crosses are just like freaking underneath these two red lines. Like, yeah, it's like they modeled the top of this blue part of the hood for a different car. Oh wow. Yeah, cause there's 4 of these lines. It was like supposed to be like 4 holes, but instead they put these crosses here instead. Oh wow. Small mistakes you don't know. But it's A-okay. It was their first big racing game that felt really good. So let's see. I need to zoom back out. I need... No, it doesn't look like the exact same gray. It's like a tone lighter, maybe? No, it's a tone darker. I'm gonna take this gray, shove it down a little bit. That's the thing I want to do with this, which is why I want to do this project. Is I want to try to emulate the car 1-to-1. It's gonna take a lot of work, but man, it's gonna be worth it. That's too much. It cuts off like right here. Halfway, it cuts off. Something like that, because yeah, it's not the whole thing. So then what's on the left and right side? It's just another 41. So yeah, maybe right there. What is this? Is this Stalehouse? I don't recognize this song. Oh, Nidhogg 2. Good stuff. Yeah, this is the chill music. Nidhogg 2 fell in the same fate as Marvel's Capcom 1. A great game to play, but man, is it ugly. Music slaps too. Okay, so I shouldn't delete that red color. Luckily, it's right here. It saves whatever colors you use last. Oh, I don't need to paint it red, because what I need to do is I just need to erase this top part right here. Probably 1 pixel instead. Maybe right here. Ah, it curves inwards a little bit. Oops. This eraser's too big. Screw me up. That might work for now. Then I won't have to make like a billion circles on the inside. Make it look like a grill. How much time do I have left? 30 minutes. I might be able to do it. First, let's just take a look on how this turned out. So we are going to export this as Hornet 1 PNG. Yes. Replace. Export. There we go. This is Capcom? I was like, which was this one? TBC. Let's see how this turned out. And there's a way to change the graphics at all. It's just gonna run like poopy. Okay. Oh, shifty gears is the versus mode. Right. So what is that? Alright, let's see how this turned out. So it's still gonna have the wireframe on there, of course. Wow, that blue really changes with colors depending on where the lighting is. Because, man, that back bumper is not getting any lighting. Oh, no, because that's where I thought the windows was going to go. Interesting, so that's not where the windows go at all. So it already has a color window on it. And the grill's already there. Okay, so I don't have to color in the grill. Need a small lights. So that doesn't need to work there. That doesn't need to work there. I did get the bumper all right. All the bumper edgings is all gray, so that's perfect. Where I thought I was gonna go. Unless, is it like that? Oh, the bumper's already gray, so I don't even paint the bumpers in either. Okay. Some bumpers and windows are already colored in. I'll keep the bumper color though, because that helps it. It makes it look lighter. Okay. It does curves in like that. That's good. So I need to delete the grill, change the window pane. What's the tail like on the Hornet itself? It's all blue. How about the backside? I can't tell if that's blue or that's supposed to be black. Could be because there's no lighting. I'm probably have to go with black because the front of it right here. If you look at this angle, it is blue. If you look on the back side, it's just black. Where did I also screw up? Where did I also screw up here? So that's way too low. That's all supposed to be red. So change that to black. Move that one up. Okay. Luckily, this is helpful. So I can still have this open and just save it again and just update it live into the game. So that's neat. Erase that. This back part is completely messed up. So where does the blue end up on the game? Is that literally just the whole backside? So what's that other blue? Oh, that's the bumper. Ah. Gotcha. So this is the bumper right here. So the bumper's perfect, actually. I just need to make the rest of this black. Okay. Okie dokie, okie dokie, okie dokie. I'll probably make it this. I'll probably make this like really dark gray. Because that light is going to make it turn black regardless. No matter what I do. Just the way it be. And this is why we work with the grid pattern. Now we can still figure out what we do and what we mess up on. So if we didn't have this, oh boy, would it take a lot of work. It takes so much back and forth work, it wouldn't even be funny. What is this song? It is Strania, the Stellar Machine. I still need to look that game up. I just heard this song playing on Salty Bit one day. I was like, ooh, this is a good song. Okay. That's that. And then we're gonna get this color. Boink. Make this all blue. That's gonna help. And yeah, none of the outline colors do show. Anything outside this grid pattern does not show up, so that is very handy. And I think I need to paint this color in too. This little bit that's right above the bumper that we made more gray. Because this is the part that curves inwards a little bit before it actually hits the door part. So this needs to actually be colored in 2. I think this color actually helps out the car, because the car is way too dark gray for the lighting thing. Unfortunately, I can't do anything about the coloring of the actual the grill itself, because that is an overlay on top of the car. So there's nothing I can really do about that, but I can mess with this to help it look nicer too. Yeah, I didn't realize how hard the shading goes in the game. Then again, I also did screw up too. Because yeah, that light blue looks good, but the second the shadows hit that pale blue, it makes it look way darker than it is. But that is a-okay. That is lighting in general. It's gonna happen. It's always gonna be different depending how you set it up in your game to begin with. And that's what I almost got to learn too, is how to do stylized shading in 3D. Because man, that's gonna be a pain in the butt. Because I know there's the generic one that people use in 3D all the time, which is source lighting. So there's a light source coming from it. It could be either a light inside a room, like there's one right now, or it could be like the sun. And it's like, man, that can go so many ways. Because I want to go for a more stylistic type of shading. A perfect example, which is not really good way of doing it, would be Tekken, how they did it in the TV series on Netflix, where it's like all the shading's like in weird 3D triangles, which honestly they might have done like 3D see-through triangle vectors in front of the camera, in front of characters, because it only applies to the characters. It doesn't apply to anywhere else. It's the backgrounds. So it's just triangle shading on top of the characters. So I think that what they might have done was just make see-through triangles or see-through planes that only overlay onto the characters to make that shading. So I'll have to figure out something like that too. That's something I'll have to figure out, and it's gonna be a pain in the butt. Ah! I did that thing again. Let's see, so that's all blue. That's all better now. Was there anything else I screwed up in the Hornet? I don't think so. I think everything else looks pretty good. He's in. Oh wait, is that only applied to the very bottom of the bumper? Ah, I see. It's also really low on the bumper too. Hell yeah, let's go. River City Ransom Underground. Let's go. This game's great. So I'm gonna make this whole thing gray, because I think this is only applying to the very bottom part of the bumper, from what it looks like. Yeah, because I think this is actually pointing to the bottom of the bumper, because I think this is the warping point. These two vectors right here. So it warps. So it warps underneath. Then this is standard. Then warps inwards to get that little alcove on the inside, and then warps back out. Yeah, so I think this all needs to be gray. Yeah, this could have been sped up so much faster. Oh well. Oh well, I didn't have anything to work on to help me out with this. Alright, so now that's saved. Go back to the game, we're gonna update it. How's it look now? I don't think it updated. I don't think it updated at all. Update, 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 update. Didn't update at all. Ah. So what if I leave this page, reopen it, and that didn't work? Oh, I know why, because I have to export it again, not save. Aha! Alright. So now let's try this again. What did it do this time? It probably didn't. Let me see. Yeah, I think it didn't export it. It probably just deleted the image straight afterwards. It's like, oh, you don't want to export the same image again, do you? Yes. And it doesn't export it live in the game. This game is a liar! Oh! Probably updated it. I need to get the new update version for that game. Alright, so let's boot it up again. Let's see how this turns out. I know you guys can't see it. I'm just checking real quick. It's not anything too important because, again, I'm not playing the game or anything. Oop, wrong card. Let's go, Mario Party! Yeah, so that's about the right gray. I'd say that's good. I think the lighting just makes it look even weirder. Because that looks completely fine. Yeah. So I was right about the whole bumper being gray in the front because the lights get hit differently. Because, yeah, the inside of that bumper, that looks dark gray. It's just because there's so much shadowing going on. So it really just depends what angle you're going to look at the car. Some of it just looks way darker than others. And that red does show up on the sides of the tailgate. Everything else, it doesn't look like that red shows up anywhere. Then again, it's hard to tell. Let me put it to... Let's change the color. See if we can see that red anywhere else. Because it might just be a see-through thing. Yeah, no, that's just a see-through issue. So there's nothing I can do about that. That is just... He didn't give the right dimensions out. So that's just unfortunate in itself. I mean, what I could do is make the car blue and draw all over it with red, but then it won't be the exact color. I think I'm just gonna have to work with it the best I got. So, as unfortunate as that may be, that's just the way it is. So let's just keep adding more detail. Yeah, this is all correct. I could try to add more artificial shading into it, but then, like, when that lighting hits, it's gonna turn it, like, pure black, and then there's nothing I can do about that. So, that's just the way it is. So I think this is also a problem right here, because this curves in too much. So this has to be empty color. This has to be empty color, and then this has to be empty color. Let me look at that car again. It might have to stay that way. I think it'll look too weird if I do it. But what I could do is cut this one in half. Maybe a third off. Shave off a third. What sound is this? Oh, Juice Galaxy. Nice. What a weird game Juice Galaxy is. It's a ragdoll Dark Souls. It's really fun and weird. And I don't mean by gameplay, I mean like just weird in general. It's got the funkiest looking models you've ever seen, and boy howdy is it weird looking. It's great. I should really check up on that game. I don't know if the guys updated it more. Because the story wasn't complete. I think you only had like the first part ever done. Okay. Saved. Oh, Smash Brothers Melee! Oh! Oh, I forgot to do that. I got paint on this side too. Okay, that's good. What I can probably do is because how much stuff is on the bumpers of these cars? There's only that in the back left, some bolts. It sucks. I can't see the other side of this car. I need to get another image. I think I had two more. Okay, so that's the Daytona 2 version. I can use that as a reference point for the other side of the car. Because I think that was the only thing different between the Daytona 1 and Daytona 2 car, is that it's just a color palette swap. Other than that, it was nearly identical. From what it looks like, it's nearly identical. This top part's different, because it actually has a Hornet on top. But other than that... Oh, Bob out here with the exact same jokes. Nice! Got it in with those exact same jokes! Let's see, Sega game AM2. Yeah, it looks like the exact same thing. It's not, actually. So these are completely different cars. So I could probably copy the left side. And that right side of the whole car is going to be exactly different. Well, then again, Sega AM2 is way over here instead. Yeah, Sega AM2, holy... Your brother's gonna come up with some new material, I gotta tell you that, Bob. Your brother... Yeah, the internet would call him stale. You know what I mean? It's like that joke with the baby, he always says, let's go. Let's go! Same joke, let's go! Number go up! Then again, that's how it works too. When you say the same joke, it gets funnier every time. So who am I to judge what humor is? Let's see. Model 2. Yeah, so this is... The decals are completely different. That's different too. The Hornet's still there, but then it says high class right there. And the whole other side. Wait, yeah. So honestly, what I could do is just decal the crap out of this car. But I have no reference point to what the other side could be. Because these are completely different decals. It was funny the second time. Nah, the locker part was funny, man. Getting shoved in the locker was pretty funny. Uno Cal. I never heard of this company. Uno Cal. Uno Cal. Uno Cal. Remember that. Scream that next time you come in here. You just go, Uno Cal. Hey, it's Uno Cal. Oh, Gatorade. It's so pixelated. You can't even tell that was Gatorade for a minute. Got that Gatorade. Got those high gains. I don't even know you're retracting your messages, Bob. You're deleting them from me, but I can still see they're on the stream itself. I see them, Bob. You can't delete them forever. They're on the stream forever. Until I delete this VOD. which most likely I'm gonna do it. So I'm gonna be doing the same thing every day, coloring this exact same car the exact same way. No, be doing different projects every day, but I will be working on this car for a couple more days. Because the whole thing is that I'm just working on art projects just to get stuff done. And to talk with fine people like you, Bob. About getting shoved in lockers, you know? You cannot beat getting shoved in a locker. That's all I'm saying. Is this going to be a real car? I mean, it's a real car in a game. And it's a real car in real life. I mean, this is a car for Buck Up and Drive. This is the decal for a car. They have a car in the game. It's called the Hornet, which is obviously a reference to this car, the Hornet. And I'm just making the decals for it because it's just this car without anything on it. There's no blue. It's just straight red. So, go on a ride? Oh, hell yeah! Now you're speaking my language, Bob. Drive around this baby? That's cool. Now you're understanding. Understanding the dream. What does that say? AC. This car's got working AC. Oh yeah, boy. So you know it's got good air conditioning. I still want to know what the hell that is. What is that? It's like a little pixelated priest. I don't know what that is. Such a weird JPEG. 6x11 it is. Again, how to import a lot of these images is going to take a lot of importing. Is there any main other colors I need to work on? I don't think so. What's that? What is that? It's just gray with black lines. What am I looking at? It's like underneath the card too. What? Okay, so it's not just like a cropping image problem either, because it's there too. Huh. Man, the weird things you tend to notice when you look at when you're looking at the model of something. Let's see, I can't edit that. Oh, but there's no grills in the front of this car. Right. It has this grill right here, but it doesn't have it down here on the bumper itself. Okay. Second. Oh, oops. That's something I need to change too. This whole front bumper needs to be gray. That's all there. There we go. That's all gray, and we need to make those bumpers right there. So, did it save it? Oh, it's right here. Perfect. The slightly darker gray. So, there's 3 spots. We need to put them in. So, looking at the middle left, bottom left, and bottom right. So, how far right does that go? Because that goes way over there. That would be... Crap, I need to look at the game again. How far does that bumper go in the game? My favorite anime? Ooh, I haven't thought about that in a good second. My favorite anime. Doki Doki Literature Club. No. That's tough. Hajime no Ippo is really good. I think I probably like Baki a little bit more. Baki the Grappler, just because it's goofier in the sense that it still has like real martial arts. Some of it's obviously fake, but it has like I think it's just because it's like over exaggerated fighting. Like people are literally just clenching so hard they break all their teeth, or oh yeah, this man's gonna break 19 limbs of a bear and rip it raw just to get bones. It's like this is just goofy. That's pretty good. Berserk's also pretty good. But that's just like really more drama than anything else. It's nice to look at though. So maybe Baki the Grappler? Huh. That's hard to say because Hajime no Ippo, I do like it because it's hype. It's just boxing. I do love boxing, but I will not tell someone they're wrong when it's just a lot of it's like a lot of filler in between fights, which is fair in its own sense because I mean, what are you gonna do? Not be sort of realistic in the sense that boxers can't fight 24/7 because I mean that's just the way it goes. No one can fight 24/7, and yes, this great part covers the whole thing. That's what I want to know. Perfect. What about you, Bob? What's your favorite anime? What do you like out there in the world? What do you think is so fly? Is it My Hero Academia? My Hero Flamboya? Would it be the JoJo's? Or could it be that infamous spirit gun from that anime called, oh, what's the name? Is it the Yo-Yo's? Yo-Yo's Bizarre Adventure? Oh, I'm sorry, Yu Yu Hakusho. Sorry, spirit gun. Spirit gun! He screams that on top of his lungs so everyone's ears can burst. Boku no Pico. I've seen that before. You must be a big fan of it then, huh? Probably your older brother gets that locker joke humor from. Still stuck in school, I see. With little kids. Not good. Bad look for him. Oh, Boku no Pico. What a meme. Oh, remember when that meme was around? Everyone freaked out on it like 2 girls in 1 cup? Oh, yeah. Everyone freaked out. Crap. 'Cause this wraps around. Question is where? I'm gonna probably assume right here is the curve around. So probably the gray's gonna be right there. I'm gonna assume the gray's gonna be right there. You're deleting your messages, but I can still pull it up real quick. What'd you say there? Oh, you just deleted your Boku no Pico statement. Coward! Keep it up there. Don't you dare coward out. You've got to live what you mean by. You gotta let everyone know that you watched Boku no Pico and you loved it. I can't believe you. You loved it? Oh my god. I can't believe your tastes are like that. Oh well, to each their own. You love it because of lollies. And don't worry, other people do too. Would they're in the right? I'd say no, but that's not my thing. So let's see. That goes there. Hey, Kuwabara is a fun character. I wouldn't say Yu Yu Hakusho is my favorite anime. Yu Yu Hakusho is kind of stinky. Kuwabara is a great character though. Yukina! Oh, am I too low, Mr. Banks? Oh no, he just wants to sit on the carpet. He's tired of leather chairs. He wants carpet time. So I'm assuming the other bumper's gonna be, the other grill's gonna be right here. In this gray spot. Only one way to find out, we gotta keep messing around. If I don't mess around, I'm never gonna figure out where these decals are gonna go. A shame I can't make it 1-to-1, but oh well. That way it is. There it is, Yukina. Ooh, I haven't listened to any of the I forget what this game's called. Streets of Fury EX. I haven't listened to anything Streets of Fury EX in a long time. It sucks, you can't find this track online. I had to go through the files myself and rip it. No one wanted to put this song online. It's not a great song, but I do like it because it's so weird and unique. It's like an editor room song. So it's like he's asking his older brother like how to like get this track to work. It's obviously gonna sound weird because it's, I believe, if I'm not wrong, it's all French. So you listen to a Frenchman talking about how to put together a soundtrack, I believe. That's exactly what it sounds like too. So let's see, this goes up by 1, 2. Oop. Well, I'm just gonna figure it out. Just do this, make it easier. See what I mean? It just sounds so weird. But it's got that nice beat. Alright, so that's too high, so we go down 1. There we go. Huh. A dark web mystery box? What do you mean a dark web mystery box? What does that even mean? You got in a dark web mystery box. Like what? You think Bob's from the deep web? Was this unfriended? Bro, this is dark web. God. Oh, Unfriended. What a crummy movie. Dude, this is dark web. Oh, that's not far enough. Oops. This goes out farther. Cut this off too early. Up one more, and there we go. Dude, this is dark web. God, fucking Unfriended 2. What a movie. I still want to see it, but at the same time, I really don't. It looks so bad. And it's like, it's true with that first movie. It's like, it's the cheapest you can probably make a movie look. Because it's literally everyone record from your webcams, and we're going to make a horror movie about that. It's like, God, that looks so cheap and bad. It's so stupid. Dude, this is dark web. I can't get over that. It's so dumb. I'm going to export this one more time, and then I'm probably going to chill for the last 15 minutes while we end the stream. So let's see. Export that. We're going to see how this looks one last time. Close that out. Open up Buckingham Drive. We're going to change the thing. Where was it? Open that. Settings. So I can show you guys what we're looking at. Right, so this is what we're looking at over here. Or not. And then... yeah? I might need to move over the gray on the other bumpers. Because it looks like it's scooting over way too far on the left side. But it's right before that curb edge, so I did call that correctly. So I have to probably scoot it over just a little bit. To correct that, to correct it. I don't know if I can add that. There's no way I can add that weird little lip that like hangs down underneath the car. I have no idea what that still is. It's very odd that it's even there. Other than that, the basis of it is getting there. Yeah, you can still see the gray right underneath the where it curves inwards. So yeah. No, I don't have to make it darker because then the inside of the grill's gonna be way darker. So yeah, progress is getting there. Again, not gonna draw every single decal sticker. That's just gonna be a lot of look up on the internet, find the decal, then shrink it down to scale. That way it looks 1-to-1. Because that's obviously what they did. Because they didn't obviously redraw the Sega logo. It's the exact same Sega logo they used for their other games and all that. So that's just the way that is. That's the way it be. And my hair, front of my hair's sticking up for whatever reason. I don't know what's going on there. I need to fix my hair. Gosh dang it, it's too long. And that's a Grasshopper song point? Oh, it's No More Heroes 2. Which song is that? Oh! It's the flute girl, Kimmy. Kimmy Howell. I don't remember her song being like that. Weird. Been a good minute since I played some No More Heroes. I'd like to play No More Heroes 1 again. No More Heroes 2, not as good. It's still pretty good. And No More Heroes 3 is pretty garbage. It's pretty garbage, I'll give you that. If you don't want to play a good game, you want to play No More Heroes 3. If you want to learn more about the story world building, you play No More Heroes 3, because that's the only thing I will give them that. This No More Heroes and Deadly Premonition have the exact same story building as Deadly Premonition. It's just Deadly Premonition's way more jank, and No More Heroes isn't. It's just No More Hero gets more jank as the games go on, because they want to add different mechanics, which sucks. What's up? Tell us about your love for Miss Trunchbull. My love for Miss Trunchbull. What can I say? She's buff. Stomp my nuts out. Stomp my nuts. No, I did look up the actor though. She did do a lot of cool stuff. Well, not a lot of cool stuff. She did a lot of other stuff. She was in TV shows and other things. I forget what. But it's all in Britain because that's where she lives. She lives in Britain. She lives in Britain. But yeah. I can pull that up right now. I can pull that up right now. I'll have to pull out my notebook instead. I don't have to pull up my notebook. I transfer all my files onto my computer so I can make this easier for everyone to see. Let's see. Drawings. Choo! Trunchbull. There she is. My lovable woman. Gosh, she's so stupid. I love her. Okay. Oh, sweet. It pulls up instantly. But we're going to minimize that one because I'm going to pull it up on the bigger one. That way, I don't have to rescale the smaller one. There we go. There she is. My girl. Trunchbull. She's my girl. My girl. Yeah, Miss Trunchbull, what a woman. If none of you seen... Bob, if you're still here, watch Matilda, you stinking fool. I was a stinking fool, too. You gotta watch Matilda. Woo! Matilda's a fun movie. Matilda herself, she's okay. But she's like... Hey, if you love Kiki's Delivery Service, if you love anime like Boku no Pico, your little femboys, whatever they are, I forget what they are, you're gonna like Matilda. She's just a tinier version of Kiki from Kiki's Delivery Service. Straight up, exact same outfit and bow tie and everything. Yeah, bow tie and everything. It's a bow in her hair. A Miss Trunchbull, what a woman. Anything, everything you could want from this woman, it's here. I need to work more on this. I should try doing that more at work. I'll work more on the javelin toss. I need to work on some other stuff. But yeah. Put a lot of work on making the Trunchbull shots. I think I really do like how the shading came out in this one. I definitely do like the sketch lines more. I don't know if that helped with it at all. I got lazy right here with the shading. Yeah, because I just did cross-hatching and just left it that way. Probably something I can work on is work on shading too, because her back shading is fine. It's straight up just black and white. It's gray and white, and the outlines are thick black. Don't take that out of context. She's thick black. I'm trying to think. What did I do different here compared to the other one? I just didn't do cross-hatching, I don't think. It doesn't look like I did cross-hatching. Sort of. I did cross-hatching here to make the lines darker, that's for sure. I don't think I did that on the other one. Yeah, because you can see right over here where it gets darker, where it's really supposed to be her leg. I used a little bit of cross-hatching to get in to a darker shading. But right here, down here, I didn't use any cross hatching. I just did heavier lines. I just did thicker lines and all that. Just did Stephen brick wall. She's a brick. Ow. You're right. I mean, hell, that woman punts cats for a living. Sorry, black cats for a living. She's superstitious. You know, I wonder if you put her in a room full of ladders, would she freak the hell out? I can't walk underneath any of these ladders. No. would she absolutely lose it from that? I wonder. I think she probably would. Oh, she's great though. I really want to. Actually, let me look that up. Right, legal age. I forgot I had that pulled up. Legal age of Japan. That's still so weird. I never knew they raised it. Let me actually look that up. When did they raise the age in Japan? Because I could have sworn it was 16 for the longest time, but now it's like it was 20 and they just lowered it to 18. When did they raise the age of consent in Japan? That's actually one of the things that results in. Oh. So it's just different everywhere. So did they actually raise it? So wait, did they even raise it in Japan? Let me see. Let's look at this real quick before I go. This is another thing I want to know because I looked it up earlier. I kind of forgot. Age of consent in Japan. Afghanistan, blah blah blah. Japan. Where's the J? Huh. So the age of consent is 13, but it's always been 18 to be considered an adult. Oh. So it's still pretty bad. It's still pretty bad. So that's what I needed to look up was the age of consent. Yeah, so I think that's where everyone's getting. Well, no. Maybe that's where people are getting wrong because people say like. No, I think they always said that. Like, what's the age of consent in different countries? So I think I was the one who got it wrong. So, and that's weird. In different countries, it just doesn't apply. It's like there is no age of consent, which is not applicable. So it might just be like it's just 18 across the board because yeah. Oh, China. China's the lowest. Jew Crumble of Fear in House of Mirrors. Yeah, Miss Trunchbull would. I don't know how that works. But China's the lowest. You can literally just have sex with a 14-year-old and just not get in trouble. Well, unless it's considered rape. That's a different story. But I mean, like, if two people were just horny enough and they're 14, I guess it'd just be fine in Japan. Weird. Is China the lowest, actually? I think China might be the lowest to be considered an adult, but it looks like Japan's the lowest to have consensual sex. Weird. So, confirmed, Japan is slightly worse than China. Just slightly. By 1 year! Those goddamn Chinese, they fucked themselves over by 1 whole year. My God. They screwed up everything. Damn those Japanese and their hentai full cartoons. They be doing stuff on the internet, on the deep web. I don't appreciate it. They're doing things that I do not like. What is Thailand's? Oh, I just closed it. Dang it. I think it might have been 16. Because it looked like everywhere else, it was like 16 and over. Unless Thailand's was absolutely nothing. So it might have just been like, oh, you have to wait till you're 18. Let me pull it back up again. Age of consent. Thailand. TTTTs. Taiwan. Thailand. Thailand is 15. A little better, not worse. Turkey's. Oh, I was reading that wrong. That's East Timor. Never heard of East Timor. That's 14. Turkey, there is no age of consent, so it might just be 18.
Weird how laws work.
You know what? What is? I'm assuming the age of consent is 18 here in America. Age of consent in America. It could actually, it could be different state to state. Yeah, that's what I thought. In 34 of the states, it's 16. 16 is the lowest age of consent in the states. Huh. Weird. So, as I'm looking up right now, it's, I guess California, it must have been like years and years and years ago. Because people were like, what's the age of consent as 14? What state has the age of consent as, I think it's supposed to say of 14 instead of as 14. So I guess years and years and years and years ago, California had the lowest age of consent. So that changed wildly over the years because now it's 18. Yeah. Interesting. So 34 states have the age of consent as 16, and then the other 6 and 11 states have it to either 17 or 18 years old. Okay. Nuts. Yeah, it is kind of nuts. Unlike Miss Trunchbull, she's thick, ridic, and got into the Olympics straight out of high school. She's that perfect woman who would be very scared to be in a room full of mirrors. She'd be horrified. Man, she would fall. She'd probably just die in a room full of mirrors. She commit the senpukis. Miss Trunchbull, though, what a woman. Couldn't get better than her, no matter what. But yeah, regardless of Miss Trunchbull's status, I'd like to buy the rights for her, but then again, I don't know when she'd go public domain because that, public domain rights for Matilda, because that Matilda books existed for years. Oh, I should actually look up. How long does it take before something becomes public domain? I think it's like 60 years, yeah? Before something becomes a habit, yes. Oh, just saw it there. Public domain. Wait, hold on. So what is this? If it was an unpublished work by an author who died over 70 years ago, it is public domain. If it was written by an anonymous author over 120... Wait, what? So, okay, so if something was published, it has to become 100 years old or it becomes public domain. If something was unpublished by an author, it takes 70 years for it to become public domain. And something was just made by a mysterious mystery man. So let's say Walt Disney made Mickey Mouse, but never said it was Walt Disney. That can get away for it for 120 years. So if the lady who made, what's it called, Frankenstein, the original book, if she never, because she had it listed as anonymous because women couldn't write books back then because it was like 18 whatever. So she would have had that for 120 years. Wow. Weird. didn't know that's how that works. Huh. Very interesting. So, I don't think Matilda's going to become public domain for a while. When was Matilda published? Oh, I'm going to be an old-ass man before then. 1988? That's way earlier than I thought. Oh, no. I'm going to be dead. I'll be 90 years old before that hits public domain. Oh, really? I didn't know. Huh. I think, Roald Dahl. I think he's German, I believe it was. Really? I recently learned he was the guy who made Matilda. He also made based Trunchbull off of the poor woman he put freaking spiders in her, no, they put live insects in her candy jars, and that's why she was always pissed. It's like, rightfully so. Mary Shelley. I don't know who Mary Shelley is. Oh, is she the actor? That sounds about right. But, yeah. I didn't realize this guy made Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. That's so weird. He made The Big Friendly Giant? Oh, wow. He made it 6 years before Matilda. Wow. Huh. And that's crazy. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I didn't realize that thing was already almost 60 years old. Made 1964. Just 2 more years and it'll be 60 years old. Wow. Fascinating. I kind of want to see if I can find a book of Matilda or look through it, skim it real quick. I want to see like how much of it is like 1-to-1. Because I can imagine there's some stuff they left out of. Oh, Mary Shelley's the Frankenstein. Got you. Yeah. Cool lady. Again, I like the original Frankenstein more than the newer Frankenstein. So Frankenstein being dumb and all that. It's like I like the original one better. It's way more fascinating. I would never guess that he can actually just speak so intelligently, just like he does too. It's like, wow, that is absolutely fascinating. Yeah, but more time to gush about Trunchbull and my future plights and how to marry this fictional character, just like the guy who married Hatsune Miku. I'll figure it out. I'll make holograms of her, and then have the real life lady be really weirded out, be like, "You did what? You married you what?" It'd be so funny. Miss, I married. You married what? I married. You what? I married a hologram of Trunchbull. Oh. What? It's like, she'd be probably fucking weirded out as shit. Like, huh? But yeah, no. More time to gush about Trunchbull later. That'd be for tomorrow. Fortunately, I have to get going. I still gotta get ready for work and all that. Pesky work. Luckily, I can stream for a lot longer because of pesky work. Because now that I drive, I can stream for a lot longer on every day. The only days I'll be cut down short would be Wednesdays. I'll be ending streaming at 12 instead. Because the way my job works, I have to leave to work an hour earlier on Wednesdays. It's just the way it goes. So the way it goes. But yes, other than that, this is the end of the stream. No more music. No more nothing. I don't have a fade out for music. That's just, I'm sorry. That's the way it goes. But thank you for watching. Mostly Dr. Squiggles. Bob, if you're out there, I hate you and wish you your brother the best of luck. I hope he shoves more kids in lockers. Oh, that was so funny. I never got told that. I'm gonna shove you in a locker. That's the most funniest thing I've ever heard in my life. That's some good stuff. You can still see it right here in the archive logs. It's all deleted because Dr. Squiggles, they were talking too much. It was there. It was in the backlogs. Again, I'll be deleting the stream soon. I'm going to be ending the stream and deleting it. It's going to be a daily thing. I don't want this plaguing my channel because I don't know how many people are going to watch it. If more funny things like this happen, where someone called me out for being a blind nun, I might just keep them. I just might. I'll probably cut it out and use it as a short from the streams. But yeah, that's the end of it. Thank you for watching. Dr. Squiggles, you have a good day. I know you will. You always do, my boy. My boy, you have a good day. And that's the end of it. Bye-bye.